After dominating at Alabama as a junior, Jameson Williams made a name for himself and has quickly become one of the biggest names in the draft. So what's next?
Extra man coming. Young's going to air it out near sideline for Williams. He's got it. Touchdown, Alabama.
Out of St. Louis, Missouri, Jameson Williams was able to do his thing at Cardinal Ritter, and as a junior was on timing with over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns on only 36 catches. Ridiculous stats in their own right, but even crazier was the fact that he still had one more year left. Going into his senior season, Jameson wanted to take his game to the next level, and his over 1,600 yards and 22 touchdowns on only 68 catches were able to do just that, as he was an Under Armour All-American. But anyways, considering just how well he did in his last 2 years with Cardinal Ritter, it was no surprise that Jameson was a 4-star. But even more than that, the biggest recruit in all of Missouri. With that in mind, it would only make sense that schools like Bama, UCLA, and Ohio State were all after the stud, and made his college choice that much more difficult. Although a lot of good options, one stood out above the rest as Jameson decided to join the Buckeyes. As a freshman, just like nearly every non-5-star recruit, Jameson didn't get all that much to work with, as he only had 6 receptions for just over 100 and a touchdown. You would think he would take his game to another level the following season, but only just over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns were definitely not enough to convince Jameson to stay in Columbus, as he announced that he was going to transfer. He simply said, "I just felt like it was time for me to make a decision for myself." Not many players would have the gut to leave a nice situation like the one in Columbus. But in order to get his name out there, Jameson had to look elsewhere, and although he was coming off of 2 underwhelming seasons with the Buckeyes, in the limited time that he did play, he proved that he had what it took to do his thing on a high level, and Bama took notice. Unlike his time in Columbus, Jameson was named a starter going into his first year with the team, and so as you could guess, he was looking to prove all the doubters wrong. Well, his nearly 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns did that and much more, as he was not just first team All-SEC, but a first team All-American, as he was arguably one of, if not the best wide receivers in all of college football. Well, I guess it turns out that he only needed 1 season to prove himself, as my man Jameson decided to declare for the draft and forego his senior year. Although he put together quite a great 2021 season, a torn ACL in the national championship was a sour note to end his year on. And as he would say, "If I wasn't injured, I felt like we would have won the game." It's hard to say if his injury was the main reason the team lost, but it definitely hurt their chances at rallying back in a pretty dang back and forth game. Just like Odell did around a month later, Jameson tore his good old ACL right in the midst of what was looking to be yet another great performance in an incredible season. Considering the fact that it only happened around 2.5 months ago, it's still fresh, and Jameson is definitely still on the journey back. But his work ethic and talent will hopefully help him be ready to play by the time the regular season comes around. I mean, you just saw Cam Akers come back from the same injury in the playoffs after getting injured in training camp. So I wouldn't say it's impossible for Jameson to be close to 100 come September, but it's definitely not easy. Anyways, outside of the injury, as he's shown on the football field, Jameson himself is extremely talented, and in fact ranked higher than his former Ohio State teammates in Olave and Williams by many. Saturday tradition brings up a good point about the fact that Jameson couldn't beat out the 2 in Columbus, so how come he is rated higher than the both? It's an interesting point to bring up, and one that could only be proven on the football field. The fact that he couldn't produce even when guys like Olave have been out, I think is a bit of a concern, and I think it seems to question how much the fit in Bama was the key to success. But really all that he can do to prove himself is do his thing on the next level. His speed, catching ability, and route running talent speak for themselves, and the fact that he played well against some of the best, I think should show that Jameson is no joke. The fact that he only had 15 catches in 2 years with the Buckeyes seems ridiculous, considering just how well he played in Tuscaloosa. And as an AFC personnel director would say, is a question a lot of our coaches are going to ask. I mean, I really don't know what to take of this, but if any of you guys think you have the answer, let me know in the comment section down below. But anyways, Jameson Williams bounced back big time with the Crimson Tide, so it will definitely be interesting to see if that play can translate to the next level.
Extra man coming. Young's going to air it out near sideline for Williams. He's got it. Touchdown, Alabama.
Thanks for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below what stuff you want next. But anyway, see you all soon, and peace out.